Hey girls, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Farah, and today we're diving into the clean girl aesthetic. So the clean girl aesthetic is a popular trend that's centered around minimalist beauty and fashion. When it comes to beauty, it's all about the natural glow, healthy skin, subtle makeup that just enhances your natural feature without feeling any heavy. The hair is usually styled in a sleek bun or ponytail, and the wardrobe is usually filled as well with neutral, simple outfit that are polished but yet effortless. But if you ask me, the clean girl aesthetic is not only about how you look, it's a whole vibe, it's a lifestyle, and it goes way beyond makeup and beauty. While looking polished is a big part of it, I feel like this is what everybody sees at first. The clean girl aesthetic is rooted in the mindset that helps you feel confident, your mind is clear, you're put together, but from the inside out. So for me, confidence is the key to being put together. It's about trusting yourself, knowing that you'll figure things out no matter what, and having the assurance that no matter what happens, you will make it happen. Even when things don't go perfectly, I know that as long as I'm taking action, I'm moving forward. And for example, if something goes wrong, I'm confident enough to know that at least I'll learn from it. I'm also all about positive self-talk. Every day when I look at myself in the mirror, I tell myself that I am confident, I'm graceful, I'm elegant, I'm a grown woman, and I can get the things that I want done. These small reminders, they might seem so insignificant or so little, but trust me, they help me shape the woman that I am and the woman that I want to be. It just helps me bring that energy into my life. They help me stay grounded in who I am, and I think that's what makes the clean girl aesthetic feel so effortless for me, because I remind myself every day how I feel and how I want to carry myself. Another thing that I feel that it's very helpful to achieve that mindset is to celebrate the small win. I love to reflect on how far I've come, how grateful that I am to have everything that I have now, because there are things that I once prayed for, and I truly feel that I'm living in the answers of my hard work, my prayers, and my manifestation as well. So the gratitude builds my confidence and keeps me aligned with my goals as well, and help me stay focused on what's important. Another way to embrace the clean girl aesthetic, what I do is by simplifying my life. So I feel like it's one of the best ways to regain focus on what's very important and what matters more. So living intentionally and mindfully has been such a game changer for me. When we create clear space, both physically and mentally, we make room for things that bring us joy, peace, and purpose, if you ask me. I didn't realize I was already on this clean girl aesthetic journey when I started simplifying my life. For example, I used to be pretty messy. In my teenage years and in my early 20s, I used to be super messy. Back then, it didn't really bother me. But I started noticing a change whenever I cleaned up my space. So, for example, whenever I would put my clothes away, I would tidy up my room or clear that chair where I pile a bunch of clothes on, I would feel like kind of like a sense of clarity. I felt at peace. I felt like I could breathe better. It was like my environment was directly influencing my mental state. But simplifying isn't just about cleaning. It's also about decluttering, right? Getting rid of clothes that I don't wear, outdated books, school papers that I've had since high school, anything that's just been piling up and taking space. I realized that me holding on to things that I no longer needed was just adding to my mental clutter, basically. So by letting go of the old, I was just making more space for the new. And basically that's just how I created a mental space that supported my clarity and my focus. Guys, my camera had died on me. I changed the battery and I hope everything looks the same. So as I was saying, now that I live on my own, I tried, making it a habit of keeping my space clean. I've developed a cleaning routine to make sure everything is always, that I'm always staying on top of things as well. If you ask me, while it's tough to keep up with, I think it's been so worth it. It helps me stay focused, grounded, just clear-headed. which is my goal. Like now that my mind and my space is decluttered, I'm able to focus on things that truly matters. I have a clean mind. I don't have to worry about cleaning or organizing my space as it's already done. I can focus on getting things done, like for example, sticking to my schedule, being productive, even thinking about the things that make me happy. You know, I can, for example, book a Pilates class, invite my friends over without stressing that I have other things to handle. Another thing that's helped me stay focused is managing my finances. I feel so much more in control of my life whenever my finances are in order. For example, whenever I book that Pilates class, I've already accounted that my phone bill is paid for. So I can book my Pilates class in peace. I can enjoy it in peace without worrying about it afterwards, right? Without my subconscious worrying about it, basically. Whenever it comes around, I won't be caught off guard. Simplifying my life like that just helps me stay present, live intentionally, and again, focus on things that matters the most. If we dive into the concept of living intentionally, what does that mean for me? It's really just about being mindful about where you direct your energy to. Every choice I try to make is purposeful, and whether it's planning my day or just simply being present, right? I have to be mindful about being present. It's easier for me to create a life that are more aligned with my values and my goals. So this approach really brings me closer to the clean girl aesthetic because it always goes back to having a clear mind and just focus on the right thing. What I get the most when people are with me, and I feel like my aura is calming and it's grounding, but that's just because I can be present whenever I'm with that person. My subconscious is not running in the back. I can be present. I can actively listen and actively respond to our conversation or be present during the activity that we're doing, so which makes my interaction feels genuine and balance. Now, if we talk about my wardrobe, so over the years I've had different style, but in this era of my life, my wardrobe is filled with versatile but yet timeless pieces. I focus on neutral blazers, simple dresses as well. Pieces that are fashionable, elegant, and classy are definitely what I aim to get. The simplicity of my pieces, they make it very easy for me to create an elegant, effortless look. And from the outside, it may seem like it's effortless and really stylish, but actually it's very intentional. Super stylish, but yet understated and polished, which is what we love. I love incorporating as well the season's it colors. So for right now, it's brown or like red burgundy, both neutral and on trend as well. Monochromatic look are a favorite of mine right now. They feel put together but yet so sophisticated. We love that. Yeah, so by mixing all of this together, I feel like, you know, it's easier for me to embody the clean girl aesthetic. Let's talk about making my piece a priority. One key practice that's helped me embody the aesthetic is prioritizing my inner peace. And honestly, I do not play with my peace, and I don't think you should either. Journaling has been very essential for me. I feel like writing down my thoughts and diving deep into why I feel a certain way, it kind of helps me approach the situation a bit clearer and with a calmer mindset. And for any situation in the future, I know how to deal with them and I know how to navigate through them a bit better. I also use Google to better understand my emotion. I have a chart on my phone I found on Instagram, which helps me articulate my emotion a bit more precisely. It used to frustrate me whenever I couldn't properly describe how I was feeling, whether I was happy or sad. I used to always just use the basic feelings, but some feeling goes way beyond the typical angry or sad or happy. Knowing exactly how I feel kind of brings me a sense of calmness and clarity as well. Setting boundaries has been huge into prioritizing my peace. So I stopped being a people pleaser, starting to respecting the promises I made to myself as well. For example, if I don't want to go out because there's, for example, I do do not want to vibe with a situation, I'll stay home to protect my peace. I'd rather miss out than just disturb my mental and my peace, and I'll just stay home instead. And I feel like this is me growing up. This is me being a grown woman and just prioritizing me over any party, any person, any feelings, just prioritizing me. And I feel like this is a big part of my mindset. Another practice that I've been doing that really helped is a self-love mode that I put on my phone. So basically it's like a do not disturb. It's basically do not disturb, but I renamed it self-love, and all of my notifications are off as soon as I turn it on. Every evening around 5 or around 6, I turn it on, and even when I'm out with friends, I even turn it on as well. It helps me stay focused, relaxed, disconnected from all of the pressure of the constant notification that we get on our phone, and just allowing me to be present in the moment. And one last thing that's contributed to my inner peace is the limitation of my screen time. I know that I'm trying to grow on YouTube, grow on TikTok, but limiting my access to social media has felt like a mini meditation. I just do it again intentionally. I try to not scroll and do the endless scrolling on my TikTok or my Instagram. I just try to go on social media more purposely and more mindfully. And I feel like it has allowed me to relax and just focus on what truly matters. Again, it just helps me stay grounded, be present, and that just contributes to my inner peace, and that's one of our goals. Let's just talk about building clean habits. Building habits is such a huge part of the clean girl aesthetic. For me, it started with my daily morning routine. One of the first things I do when I wake up is make my bed. I used to stay in bed a lot because, especially since I work from home, it's easy to just get stuck in bed all day and just work from there. But now making my bed gives me structure, and I feel like the fact that I know that it's made, I'm just not gonna go back and sleep on it until nighttime. I don't go back on it until nighttime, so that's perfect because I know that it's made. This small act just makes me feel a bit more productive during the day, sets a positive tone for my day. So for example, if I do not go to the gym in the morning, I wake up, I make sure to shower, I make sure to brush my teeth, and I do my makeup as well. Even if it's not a full glam look, I just want to feel like the best version of myself even when I'm at home. I'm not wearing heels or anything. I could, but I'm not. But I feel like I really want to always try to look good, and I feel like it's always important to feel confident. You have to look good, you have to feel good, right? Obviously you have to feel like you have to be in some type of clothing that makes you feel good, just for you to embody that confidence, for you to embrace that confidence. So that's what I do. And even if I'm just around the house, sometimes my sister would come in. My sister's my next door neighbor, and sometimes she'd be like, where are you going? I'm like, nowhere, I'm just staying home. She's like, why are you dressed up? I'm just like, when I walk in the mirror, I want to be happy with what I see. Again, I also incorporate every morning these morning affirmations. It could be anything. For me, when I go in the bathroom and I look at myself in the mirror, I tell myself, I'm a grown woman, I have goals, I will work on my goals today, I will stay consistent, and I will work on it for me. This kind of positive self-talk, it just helps me stay focused and grounded as well. Another non-negotiable part of my daily routine is my skincare routine. Now, I've been doing my skincare routine religiously every morning and every night for the past 8 years. I think I can count on my hand the number of times I didn't do my skincare routine. And I've had this habit ever since I've worked at this dermatology clinic when I was 22. And it's such a habit for me, and my skin definitely shows it. And along with skincare, I've also tried to stay a bit more hydrated, drink more water. I've also introduced green tea in my morning routine, which has a lot of benefits. You can look it up. This is something that I added for me. As for snacks, I am somebody that loves to snack, but I try to do it mindfully again. So I snack on tomatoes. So I have this new thing. It's like a salad. It's tomatoes, but Kumado tomatoes, because those are really good. So I mix that with feta cheese and olive oil. I love how it's just like a substitute of a snack for me, but it's like a healthier version. So it's been a great way to keep my energy up without feeling sluggish. Yeah, just without feeling sluggish basically after eating. And to wind down in the evening, I take off my makeup, I oil my hair as well, and I've also switched to drinking Perrier instead of drinking like processed juice. Consistency over perfection. So I'm somewhat of like, I'm a perfectionist, and sometimes being perfectionist just keeps me from doing things because they're not up to my standards. But over time, I've realized and I try to, understand that consistency is much more important than perfection. Example, I try to like start small. I made it a habit of just getting up and working at my desk instead of staying in bed to work, right? And then other things like showering, getting ready, eventually doing my makeup. So I built on those habits, and now it just feels natural to do them. What I've learned is that if you want to create a habit, you have to start small. Like for example, make your bed and do it every day. And you should track it as well. If you have to write it down, do a calendar. I feel like that's very helpful to see your progress. I want to say as well that it's important to remind yourself why you're doing it. When I see that my bed isn't made, I'm just like, does this reflect the person that I want to be? And that's always enough to just make me go back and just make my bed. It literally takes 3 minutes, and it's just a small effort, and it always adds up. So I just want to follow through with the promises that I made myself. So I'm just like, is that the person that I want to be? Did I follow through my promises? And I feel like that's just enough for me to just go back and just make my bed. And lastly, we have the physical aesthetic. It's not only a mindset, it's about the appearance as well. Let's just be honest. I feel like the mindset fuels the glow, but the outer aesthetic complements it. For me, skincare is the key to achieving that natural dewy skin that everybody wants. I'm very consistent with my skincare, and I never skip it. I try to double cleanse at night. I use serums, vitamin C, and a good toner. I feel like retinol is a must in my routine too. Okay, for those looking for the best product, I would definitely suggest investing in medical grade skincare product. And if you want a more affordable option, I would definitely look into Korean skincare, which is good too. And if you guys would like, I can share my favorite in another video. Let me know in the comments. As for makeup, I like to go for the minimalistic makeup look, like a light foundation, a gray concealer. Right now I'm obsessed with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation and the Hourglass concealer, which is definitely a very creamy concealer, but again, you have to go with it what's with your skin type and what type of coverage that you'd like. I also do my eyebrows. I have them micro shaded. I haven't done it in a while, and I like to finish off with like a simple lip gloss and some lip liner as well. So for an everyday look, the goal is to look just put together. As you can tell from my hair, I've just been loving the simple bun lately. I also, switch it up sometimes for a ponytail. I love to do a leave out as well. I like to keep it simple and neat, and whenever I do a leave out, I just make sure that it's well blended for like a seamless look. I think that's just key. In terms of clothing, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I gravitate toward neutral tone like white, beige, gray. That's what I gravitate towards. I love structured pieces that just feels like, tailored and comfortable as well. I just like to make sure that my outfit are always stylish, elegant, effortless, and I love to just look put together. To end my video, the clean girl aesthetic may be just a trend right now, but it's more than a trend to me, and it's about how you carry yourself, prioritizing your well-being. Personally, I hope to embody this mindset for the rest of my life because it grounds me. Everything that I share with you today, I feel like it's something that I aim to carry in my 40s, in my 50s, and my 60s, and beyond. And I also encourage you to embrace the aesthetic in your own way, starting with small mindset shifts. I took up Pilates. I love Pilates. I know everybody's doing Pilates, but Pilates might not be for you, and that's okay. It could be bar, it could be yoga, it could be tennis, it might even be basketball. And why do I say it might even be basketball? Because if you ask me, I've never perceived basketball as a sport that I would do. I suck at basketball. That's not my sport. But for example, there's this amazing basketball player. I didn't even know she was a basketball player. I follow her because she's so beautiful. Her body is tea. Like, her face is giving. I hope that I'm not mispronouncing her name, but her name is Kaiser Ray. She makes basketball look so feminine, so classy, and her style is just Chef's Kiss, and she's 27. So despite me probably never playing basketball, trust me, I look at basketball in a complete different way now. So just to say that you can embody the aesthetic like with your own version of it, and that's perfectly fine too. It's just about making any activities your own. You can absolutely create your own clean girl aesthetic based on your personal interest. Remember, it won't happen overnight, but small consistent step will bring you closer to your goal, and I think you should always celebrate your small wins. Focus on one thing at a time and give yourself the best chance to succeed as well. And by the way, I'm still on this journey. I don't think it ever ends. I'm a work in progress. It's something that I'm constantly working on. I'd love to connect with you all. If any questions or any comments about my video, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my video.